Hello everyone, welcome to episode 2 of Survival Life, my Minecraft tutorial series. As always, this is Unlikely Waffle. You can see behind me that I've expanded the small dugout cave that we started last episode. Pretty soon here we're going to be needing some iron, so today we are going to go to our first cave to find some. Alright, it looks like it's a nice beautiful day outside today. It's a good time to go look for some metal, specifically iron. If we could find gold too, that'd be cool, but we don't necessarily have to today. However, looking at my bar and my inventory, I need to make some new weapons and tools. All I have is a single sword and a nearly dead axe. Let's make some new ones, but instead of using wood, we're going to use cobblestone. You can use smooth stone if you want to, but cobblestone is easier and it gets you the exact same thing. So we'll just come right over here to our workbench. And as you remember from the last episode, to make a pickaxe, you just place 2 sticks right on top of each other in the middle, such as this. And then 3 stone right across the top to get a stone pickaxe. Let's just do that again so I have a couple backups just in case. It also looks like I'm out of a shovel, so we'll make a couple of those while we're here. And because I have plenty of cobblestone on hand right now, I'll make a couple swords as well. We're going to need that when we get underground, just in case we encounter any hostile mobs when we're down there, such as spiders or skeletons, or even creepers and zombies too. Alright, that takes care of that. Actually, while I have the chance, I will show you the axe, which makes it much easier to chop down trees. It's not the same as the pickaxe, but like all the other tools, it is made by putting 2 sticks in the middle like this, then 1 stone in the middle and the left corner, and then 1 more stone right below that. And that gets you the stone axe. Let's just make another one of those while we have the chance, so we don't run out later. As you can see, I made another furnace while we were gone. And I'm also going to take this workbench with us, just in case we need to make anything while we are underground. That way we don't have to run all the way back up here to our home. Iron starts being generated at level 63 and below. That's fantastic, you may say, but how the heck do I know what level I'm currently at? Fantastic question, random citizen. I applaud you. What you do is you press F3. That gets you all the lovely information right here in the left corner. You'll want to focus on the second paragraph because that holds all the useful stuff. It shows X, Y, Z, and F. F is your compass direction, so you can see right now we are facing east. This way is north, then west, and now by the power of deduction and the lack of it, you can see that this way is south. X and Z are the horizontal coordinates, basically the coordinates for the ground that we are currently walking on. Z is north-south and X is east-west. Y, however, stays constant at 63. That's because Y is the vertical coordinates, or basically just how high we are. If we jump, then we can see the value of Y changes. Alright, so now getting back to iron, it could happen at the level that we're currently at, but it's much more likely to happen a few layers down. Even more so the deeper we go. So what we need to do now is to find a way underground, either through a pit or a cave opening. While walking around in this small field over here, I found something that I want you guys to listen to. You hear that bubbling sound? That bubbling sound right there is lava, which means probably just a few layers down from here is a big lava pit. Do not get stuck in it or you will burn to death. So you can see here we have a large pit in the ground. I think at one time it was supposed to be a small cave, but it intersected with something, so now we're left with a few random pieces of floating dirt. Already from our spot up here, you can see several blocks of exposed iron ore. Iron ore just looks like a normal stone block with flecks of beige in it. Just like this block here. Looks like there's plenty of iron ore in this pit alone. Oh no. Zombie. We have to watch out for them. So now we'll use our pick to mine it. However, wooden ones do not work. You need a pick made of stone or better to be able to get iron at all. So I'm just going to drop that real quick. Grab one of my stone ones. Serious? Go away. There we go. These are working perfectly. It's also good to get into the habit of mining a few blocks around where the ore ends, just to make sure there aren't any separated by just a corner. It does not appear so we'll just keep on going. Let's harvest these as well while we're down here. There's not a whole lot of iron ore in this small area, but it's a fair amount. Alright, so now we have plenty of that. Oh look. Is that, yeah, that's floating water. Alright. And here we are. Nope, sorry. Just kidding. Actually, no. No, yeah, I'm just kidding. That's not... Oh, no. That is not our entrance. Get out of my way, sheep. No one wants you here. Here's the entrance to our own large cave system. Looking down here, it's pretty deep. Plenty of water flowing on here, just in case we fall down. We can... Oh, there's a skeleton there, too. Gonna have to watch out for him. So, let me go grab some health real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, just back at home real quick. It's nighttime right now, and I'm waiting until morning to go back out, because I don't want to get killed tonight. Let's take a moment to talk about doors. Currently, we have to break down the dirt and then put it back up anytime we want to go outside for any little thing. It's time consuming and awkward, and I don't care for it. It's also potentially dangerous if we have a mob right on our tail and we need to get inside quickly. So what I'm going to do to fix that is make a door. What you do is you go into your crafting table, take some oak wood planks and make a 2x3 rectangle with it. You know what, magically, that makes a wooden door. You can also make an iron door. That's for a later episode though. Right now, a wooden door works perfectly well. So, we're just going to break down these. No, go away. And let's just put this... No, go! We're not welcome. There we go. Okay. Now we have a quick moment. The sun's about to come up, so we'll just wait a few extra minutes until it does. Hello! He can see us through the door a little bit, but he cannot kill us. I'm not entirely sure on the mechanics of how all that works, but the wiki probably has more information about that. I'll put the link in the description. You know what? While we're here, we have to figure out some way to find our house from a distance. Some kind of marker on top or something. Because it's nice and visible from near, but if we're way, way out there, it's kind of hard to see it. So I'm just going to go up to the roof and put some kind of marking on top. Oh look, nice high point. Perfect place for this. Let's just go up a few. And when you want to put a block on the side of the block you're currently standing on, you hold down shift. That makes crouch. And over to, and move it whatever way you want, really. And you cannot walk off. See, I'm moving as much as I can, and you can't walk off of it if you're crouching. If you are not crouching, then yeah, you can fall off pretty easily. Then you just put that there. Put this over here. I'm going to make an arrow because that's what I want. that, kids, is what happens when you forget to hold shift when you're walking on the edge of a block. Yeah, that's not too bad if I do say so myself. Nice and bright from both sides. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 18 torches on it, so you should probably see it from just about anywhere. From maybe even the moon, who knows? But you could definitely see it from a long ways away. Alright, now that we can find our way back home, I will see you back at the cave. Alright, guys, so here we are back at the cave entrance. Oh, there's a creeper. Let's try to kill him. You'll notice that when you stand too close to the creeper for too long, he'll start to glow and expand, and eventually he'll blow. You usually do not want that to happen, but since this is just a small surface entrance, I just don't care enough to save it. So that's fine. But for now, let's venture into the cave. But first things first, I need to grab something to eat real quick because I am a bit hungry. I will talk about food and hunger in the next episode, so don't worry about that for now. So we'll just dig our way back down into this mouth here. And as you can see, it opens up pretty quickly already. As you can see by my health, I nearly just got killed after I fell down into the cave. I'm going to try my best to avoid that for the rest of the episode. Okay, for the basics of safe caving. I'm not going to get into the major details today, as I'm going to cover this topic further in a future episode. I need to make sure I can always find my way out of the cave. This technique I adopted from Paul Suarez Jr. He's a pretty awesome YouTuber and a Minecraft adventurer. I'll put a link to his channel in the description so you can check out his work as well. You want to be able to find where the entrance to the cave is, no matter where you are inside the cave. We do that using torches. They're cheap and easy to replenish. We have this one up here, which indicates the actual opening, so I'll add another one below it. 2 in a vertical line means that the entrance is above me, so all I have to do to exit is go up. The way this technique works is that you place a torch on the right side of the tunnel that you're going down, every few blocks. That way you have plenty of light and it naturally creates a path for you. So this way, when you turn back around, all your torches are now on your left-hand side. Next jump, perfect. So we're walking along with the torches all on the left, and suddenly they're not there anymore. Look around and... oh look! There's 2 torches vertically. Let's look up. Sky! Anyway, that's how I like to do it. It's a really good technique, and really, it's almost foolproof. Unless you have a lot of looping caves, in which case you better have a pretty good idea which tunnel you came from. Although even then, it still pretty much works. Alright, so let's grab our shovel and make our way back down here. Make sure we have our torches on hand. And lots of coal around here. You can collect that if you want to. I may do that. We can still see the entrance from here. And already we have some iron. That's perfect. Actually, let's just put a torch right here. Just... hello? Who's here? That sounds like a slime. You might have to deal with a slime today. Anyway, we'll just get around to that when we get around to it. That's really loud though, so let's just turn down that sound a little bit. There we go. Alright, let's just harvest this iron while we're here. And remember that a wooden pickaxe will not work at all. You will need a stone one for this. Hey, sheep, what are you doing down here? You should not be in this cave, it's dangerous. You could possibly get killed even. Although, you might get killed up there, I have no way of knowing. Anyway, iron ore is always found in strains, which range in size anywhere from 4 to 10 Oh, no, not you, dang. Iron can be found in strains of 4 to 10 blocks. You might even find one that's a little bit longer, maybe even up to 20 blocks, if 2 strains meet up with each other. You could also have one as little as 1 block if it intersects with another ore strain, or even a cave tunnel. Say for instance, you're really loud. Say for instance, you had a strain that started here and was supposed to go across the area like this. But a tunnel was spawned here, and so it cut off the iron a bit, and you're only left with a couple blocks of the ore. It's a pretty common occurrence, so you'll see it pretty often. Oh, creeper, no, don't. Oh, sheep, what did I say? I told you it was dangerous down here. Oh, more cobble for me. Although there's not really a shortage of that either. Huh. Oh, look. I think I see more. Yes, I do. You can also find strains of gold here, although it is much less common than iron or coal is. And that is found anywhere from levels 32 and lower. Which means let's just check. Yeah, we're at level 50. We won't see gold for a little while, unless of course we dig straight down. But I don't recommend doing that because you could easily just fall right into a lava pit. And no one wants to fall into a lava pit. Unless you have a death wish or something, in which case feel free to fall into a lava pit if you really want to. Both iron and gold will make weapons and tools, such as your pick, sword, axe, shovel, stuff like that. They will both also make armor that you can wear, and it provides a lot more protection for you. However, iron is more common and it's a better material. It absorbs a lot more damage and it deals a lot more damage than gold does. So I'd rather use iron over gold in most cases. Don't get me wrong, gold is not a bad material, it's just not as good as iron. It looks nice, sure, but iron just simply works better in most cases. Oh look, more iron up there, I see it. Okay, so that was a spider. Like all the other mobs in the world, when you kill them, they drop an item. In the case of spiders, you get string, and sometimes you even get a spider eye, which is used in brewing potions. Oh, dang. Oh. Alright, so you can see that I just died right there. Not the best thing you could ever want to happen, obviously. Luckily, I seem to die in a relatively safe spot, so I'm able to gather most of my stuff back. So I got that going for me, which is nice. However, try your best not to die, because when you die, you'll drop everything you have. And unless you're lucky enough to die in a relatively quiet area like I did, most of your stuff will either get taken by mobs or destroyed, like in a lava pit. If you die in or near a lava pit, by the way, all of your inventory will die with you. Moral of the story is, don't die if you can help it. Alright, and so this here is gravel. Just like dirt and sand, this too can be broken down with a shovel. Sand and gravel are both physics-enabled blocks. This means that gravity applies to them and they will fall, whereas other blocks will just hang around in midair, no problem. Other physics blocks include the anvil, primed TNT, as well as the egg from the end dragon. So if you take out the bottom in a stack, the others will fall into its place. So you could just stand next to a stack and take out the bottom one until they're all gone if you wanted to. Be careful though when you're digging these out, because if any block covers your head, you will suffocate until you are dead. Hey guys, so remember back at the beginning of the cave when we heard that slime sound hopping all over? Finally found it, Keep in mind that slimes are not friendly at all, despite what they look like. But basically, it's a giant ball of slime. I know, imagine it, right? Who would have thunk? Make sure you always have an available exit out of your area just in case a mob is chasing you. If there isn't one, make one. Just like I did there. And torch. These guys will try to kill you. They also don't die immediately like other mobs do. Instead, when you kill them, they break into 2 to 4 smaller slimes, which in turn each break again a couple more times. Finally, they will be just tiny 1-block bits, at which point they become neutral. If you kill them again at this point, they will drop balls of slime, which are useful later on. Look, see, okay, yeah, these guys will still hurt you a bit, even though they are smaller. Now, with this size, they are completely neutral again. Kind of makes you want one as a pet, doesn't it? However, I need to kill you now, because I need slime. Alright, so you hear that sound. That's an Enderman. You don't really want to mess with them too much, because they could be dangerous. See him right there on the left side? They're fine, they're not hostile, unless they see you looking at them. At which point, they take that as provocation and will start to attack you. These guys are 3 blocks tall, and unlike other mobs, they can actually teleport around. Otherwise, they're pretty easygoing. One way you can actually look at them without them attacking you is if you are wearing a pumpkin on your head. I know it sounds silly, but it actually does work. Uh-oh. No? Okay, I'm running. Endermen actually drop an extremely useful and relatively hard to find item, Ender Pearls. These are usually used for teleporting yourself around, and if they're combined with Blaze Powder, they create Eyes of Ender. These things are used for making Ender chests and accessing the End portal. As per usual, we'll talk about that in a future episode. Alright, so we're back home now. Oh, that kind of hurt. We're back at home now. Yay, the door's working, no one's here. Keep in mind that mobs cannot open doors, only you can. If you see a mob in here, it's likely that you have an extra opening that they can get through, or that a corner is too dark or something. If the light level is low enough, mobs will spawn in that area. It's also possible that the mob was already in there and you just didn't even notice it. Less likely, but possible. So we ended up getting about 78 iron ores. When you get iron ore, they pretty much just look like the ore you saw in the cave. They don't give up the iron like the coal does when you break it down. So at this point, all these stacks of iron that we collected down in the cave, they're not good for a whole lot. Well then, how do we separate the iron out, you may ask? Excellent question, you are so on top of it today. We do that by cooking it. Just like we did for the stone to make it smooth. We just drop that right in there. Let's just top it off. And drop some coal in there. Coal's pretty efficient, so it should be enough. Might not be. We're getting really full here, and I don't want to lose any of this stuff, really. If I can help it, that is. So, how do we do that? If only we could create some kind of storage system or something. Oh wait, you can! You do that by... Remember how we made the furnace? That's gravel. Remember last time how we made the furnace? We did that by putting a ring of stone around the edge of the crafting table like that. Well, a chest is not much different. Yeah, it's pretty much the exact same thing, actually, just with wood this time. And we get a storage chest. Let's just make a couple of them. And they stack too, so you barely take up any inventory space. So, let's take that and place it right over here. Great. As you can see, when you open it up, you get another 27 spaces, just like your regular inventory. So what if that's not enough space for what you want to put in there? Let's just put another one next to it. Yeah, they combine into one large chest that has a total of 54 spaces. It's pretty awesome, especially if you want to organize things later on. Let's just place this furnace down while we're thinking of it. We can cook the rest of our iron there. Alright, so let's go back up to our old furnace. And it's already made 24 ingots. Each iron ore is smelted into exactly 1 ingot. What can we do with iron ingot? Well, we have enough that I think we might be able to make a full suit of armor today. It's also great for making any kind of tools and weapons you may want. And iron will also degrade a lot slower than stone will, and thusly will last a lot longer. In addition to those tools, iron is also commonly used to make buckets, which we need to collect milk and water, and if you want to, you can collect lava. Because that's just the way these buckets work. They're amazing. Now let's make some armor. What I'll make first is the chest plate, because out of all the pieces of armor, that provides the most protection. So for that, we're going to put 3 down like this, then 2, then another 3, and that's a chest plate. Now let's make some legs. Those are made by making an upside down U shape. Just like that. Next we'll make a helmet, which is just like the leggings except that it's 1 shorter on each side. And lastly boots, which are just 2 small pillars on either side. Awesome! We were able to get a full set of armor from that with some extra ingot left over. Like I kind of talked about last episode, just hold shift and left click and it'll put it right on for you. Not too bad if I do say so myself. As you can see, right above my health bar is a new 10 icon armor bar now. That shows just how much protection my armor provides. With a full set of iron armor like I have, it fills up 7.5 icons, whereas gold will only fill 5.5 with the full set. Diamond, however, is the best protection you can have. It fills up the bar completely, all 10 icons. Remember that diamond is a lot more rare than iron is. You can only find it below level 15. It is worth it though. If you're interested in reading more about this stuff, I will link the wiki for you. That is it for this episode. Thank you so much for sticking with me today. I know it was a little bit long. Feel free to leave a like if you want to, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, everyone.